بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والغيبة المنقطعة أن يكون في بلد لا تصل إليه الكوافل في السنة إلا مرة. So what does it mean now that the wali akrab is absent, a, an absence which is cut off? So they say an absence which is cut off is that he's in a city which the caravans doesn't reach to it in a year except once. وهو اختيار القدوري, and this is the choice of Imam Quduri rahmatullah alayh. وقيل أدنى مدة السفر لأنه لا نهاية لأقصاه. And it is said that the least period of safar is about 77 kilometers, right? Because there's no limit for its further, for its far, it's being far, right? وهو اختيار بعض المتأخرين. And this is a choice of some of the latter scholars. So even if the kufu is, if the wali akrab is 77 kilometers away or more, so some mutakhirin have chose us here that then the wali abad can go ahead. وقيل إذا كان بحال يفوت الكفو باستطلاع رأيه وهذا أقرب إلى الفقه. And it is said that he is in such a situation where the kufu will be lost with seeking his opinion, right? And this is most closest to fiqh. لأنه لا نظر في إبقاء ولايته حينئذ, because there is no compassion in allowing his wilayat to remain at that time. So this is actually what it is. That if you have to go wait for his answer and get his opinion, that you lose the kufu. So then the wali abad can make the decision. But nowadays we've got the phones and everything, so all this can be done. You don't need to uh, cut off the wali akrab. وإذا اجتمع في المجنونة أبوها وابنها فالولي في إنكاحها ابنها. And when they gathers in a mad woman, her father and her son. So the wali in marrying her off is her son. So in other words, the son will have the right to marry off her his mother who's not who's mad, right? In the في قول أبي حنيفة وأبي يوسف, in the statement of Shaykhain, yeah. وقال محمد رحمه الله أبوها. Imam Muhammad says her father has got the most right to marry her off. لأنه أوفر شفقة من الابن, because he's got more compassion than the son. ولهما أن الابن هو المقدم في العصوبة. Sheikh Zalil is the son. He is the one who has been preceded in Asaba. وهذه الولاية مبنية عليها. And this wilayat is based on Asaba, right? In other words, whoever is the Asaba, they've got the right, first right, in marrying. They the wali. ولا معتبر بزيادة شفقة كأبي الأم مع بعض الأسبات والله أعلم. And there is no consideration for who's got more shafqa. Just like the nana, the father of the mother, with some other asabat, wallahu alam. In other words, if you look at this wilayat comes because of being that asaba. Whoever's the closest asaba is got the first right. So although there is compassion also features here, but first you have to go through this line of asaba first. And you don't actually look who's got the more compassion. You just go through the tartib, the sequence of asaba. And they give you example here like the nana. Who can have more compassion than the nana? But yet the cousin will be a stronger wali because he's asaba, the cousin or the nephew. You understand it? Of the father's family. Yeah. First. Huh? The son, yeah. Because inheritance, who do you give first? The son. If the son and the father is there, right, then who takes the balance? The son. The father won't get. The father will get as Zawil Furuz, but he won't get as Asaba then. He'll get 1/6 as Zawil Furuz because the son is there. But the son being the strongest Asaba, he takes everything. You understand? So the son is the strongest Asaba. Son, then son. Faslun fil kafa'ati. Chapter in compatibility. Al-kafa'atu fin nikahi mu'tabaratun. Being compatible in nikah is considered. Qala alayhi salatu wasalam, ala la yuzawijun nisa illa al-awliya. That behold, nobody should marry of the women except the walis. Wala uh, يزوجن إلا من الأكفاء, and they should not marry except kufus, right? Except in kufu, that is what somebody compatible. ولأن انتظام المصالح بين المتكافئين عادة, and because the arrangement of benefits is between two people who are compatible normally, when the husband and the wife is on the same page, then you'll get good product. You understand? That will be, you'll have a good and a healthy nikah. But if both of them are on different pages and they both tug of war, then there's not going to be barakat in that. لأن الشريفة تأبى أن تكون مستشرفة للخسيس, because a noble woman will refuse to be a bed for a lowly man. You got that now? A noble woman will refuse to be a bed for a lowly man. فلا بد من اعتبارها. So it's necessary to consider kufu. بخلاف جانبها, contrary to the side of the woman now. لأن الزوج مستفرش, because now the husband, he is the one that's seeking the bed. فلا تغيظه دناءة الفراش. So the lowliness of the bed will not anger him. So you take it the other way now. The girl won't be happy to be a bed for the lowly man. But the man, he's the one that's seeking the bed. So if he gets a lowly woman as his wife, then there's no harm there, because he's the one that's seeking the bed. وَإِذَا زَوَّجَتِ الْمَرْأَةُ نَفْسَهَا مِنْ غَيْرِ كُفُوٍ فَلِلْأَوْلِيَاءِ أَن يُفَرِّقُوا بَيْنَهُمَا. And when a woman marries herself off out of kufu, then the walis have the right to separate between them. دفعا لضرر العار أنفسهم, to repel the harm of disgrace from themselves. The woman ran away with some boy, and out of kufu on top of it, then they can separate between. In fact, the fatwa is now that the nikah is not even valid. The nikah itself is not valid. Right. ثم الكفاءة تعتبر في النسب. Then kafa'at, compatibility is considered in lineage. لأنه يقع به التفاخر, because pride occurs with it. People boast and they feel proud with lineage, right? فقريش بعضهم أكفاء لبعض. Then Quraysh, some of them are compatible to others. والعرب بعضهم أكفاء لبعض. And the Arabs, all of them, some of them are kufu for others. So you get basically two here. Okay, they can explain this. والأصل في قوله عليه السلام قريش بعضهم أكفاء لبعض. And the dalil in this is Nabiya Kareem Sallallahu statement. Quraysh, some of them are kufu for others. Batun bi batin. One tribe, like one tribe in exchange of the other tribe. In other words, as long as you Quraysh, with all these different tribes, they are kufu for one another, as long as you Quraysh, right? And then the Arabu ba'dum akfa'un li ba'd. Qabilatun bi qabilatin. And the Arabs, some of them are kufu for others, one tribe for another tribe. So you get either you in the Quraysh circle or you in the balance of the Arab circle. So as long as you're in the Quraysh circle, you stick in that circle. And then beyond the Quraysh, the other tribes of the Arabs, they all kufu for one another. They doesn't matter. Right? Wal mawali, ba'duhum akfa'un li ba'd. And the non-Arabs, some of them are kufu for others. Now, when it comes to lineage in the non-Arabs, then there is no, they all equal when it comes to non-Arabs. Rajulun bi rajulin, man for man. ولا يعتبر التفاضل فيما بين قريش لما روينا. And the being high, one being higher than the other, one being more virtuous than the other, is not considered in that which is between the Quraysh, because of what we have narrated. In other words, amongst the Quraysh also, you're going to get those buttons who are more higher in virtue. But I say this will not be considered. And Muhammad, إلا أن يكون نسبا مشهورا كأهل بيت الخلافة. In narration by Muhammad, except if it is a lineage which is very famous, like the people of the house of Khilafat. In other words, now the girl is from the from Khilafat. She comes from the house of the Khilafat now, from Darul Khilafah. Now, then there's another Quraysh boy that wants to marry her, and he wants to take advantage of the fact that he wants to push in there. You understand? Then Imam Muhammad said no. You understand? كأنه قال تعظيما للخلافة, as though Imam Muhammad rahmah said, out of giving greatness to the Khilafat, وتسكينا للفتنة, and to quiet down the fitna. You understand? To repel the fitna. وبنو باهلة ليسوا بأكفاء لعامة العرب. And Banu Bahila, there's some tribe, right? They are not kufu for the general Arabs, لأنهم معروفون بالخساسة, because they are known for lowly things. So they're not even kufu to the Arabs, right? Leave it till then.